Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to another episode of Brew Build. Today we are out of stone, so I'm digging. And this video is going to definitely be late for sure. Been pretty bad about playing. I don't know. I think building so much last episode kind of killed my mojo a bit, so I needed to take a small little break. And been kind of just doing some non-Minecraft stuff, and yeah, it's been pretty nice. Been nice to take a break from it, but we are back, and I just need some stone to be able to build what I want to build today. We are working on the what's it called? The Octacore. I think that's the name we're going to go with. Going with the Octacore, and that's what we're working on today. I just need stone for that because the top portion is going to be all stone, and I think maybe glass. And why is that lit? Oh, okay. So yeah, we're out of stone, and I'm going to do this for a little bit. Just want to do a little intro here and get the question of the day going for you guys. So let me think of the question of the day, because I always forget once I actually start recording, and then I'll be back. So the question of the day today is gonna be not as related to the build series that we've got going here. It's gonna be just more of a fun question. I thought that would be a nice change of pace. So question of the day is, what is your favorite building block? What do you always seem to go for? And what do you think is, like, I don't know, your favorite? Like, mine's terracotta. I love the terracottas. We're building with terracotta a ton right now, and I just absolutely love the terracotta blocks. I think they're a great stone texture that is colored, and so it makes it more realistic, I think, for colorful houses and things. More of a colored clay look, which, I mean, that's essentially what terracotta is. And I just love what they look like. They're better than the concretes because they actually have some texture to them, but they aren't like so textured like granite and diorite and all those stones that are also kind of, well, diorite's not colored, but you know, the kind of colored stones. Like this is pink, diorite or andesite is more of a kind of a blue tone in our texture pack. It's different than that. It's like a color, more colorful, but still stone feeling. I don't know. Terracotta is my pick. What is your guys' favorite blocks to build with? Favorite blocks? Favorite block? What have you? You can list more than just one. I don't care. But anyways, let me continue digging. I'm probably just going to dig straight up after digging all that out, and that's going to give us plenty of stone. And yeah, I think that'll be good for what we are wanting. Just going to fill these two shulkers. Go away. No one likes you. I'm just going to fill these guys up, and then we should be good to go. So let me continue digging for a little bit, and then I will see you guys back over in our city, and we'll keep on building up the Octacore. I may even do an outline of what we're building so we can just jump right in to the building as we get back. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we are back in our little area, and this is what we built last episode, the lower 2/3 portion of our Octacore. And obviously I have done nothing with it. As I said before, I haven't really played in this world for a bit, so kind of took a break, and eventually everything is going to look good, but I am holding off on doing detail work just because I want to get the shape of this all done, and then I think we can get into detailing it in between episodes, or kind of like in mini spurts throughout episodes. But what I wanted to talk about was the upper portion. So originally we had this idea, which was like a thin sort of, I don't even know what I was thinking. Kind of, if you've seen Hermitcraft, if you've watched Hermitcraft, which many of you I'm sure do, this was kind of a thought from what Rendog did with his the railway network. like the big hub area for his railway network. That was kind of what this was inspired by. But I've gone away from this. I don't like it. And the idea I have, let's sleep first. The idea I had, I built up one portion of it so that I could give you an idea of what we're going to be doing today. And that would be over here. I've already built it up and I want to just get a good look at it. So it's beefier. It looks a lot thicker and stronger, which I think is good. And let's go up here. And, well, this balloon probably will work better. So it's thicker, and I think it will look better when it's got 4 repeated. And then there's 2 blocks. That goes up to Y level 254. And then we can add maybe 2 bands that go across the very, very, very top. Just to make it feel even thicker. And I am thinking that this central portion is going to be actually an open building, or there's not gonna be a crazy roof or anything. I'm not really thinking of having a crazy roof. We might, I don't know. I haven't really thought through this build too much. I just know what I wanted here, so I wanted to build that up. But I'm going to go ahead and repeat this on all 4 sides and start planning out the rest of this. And then we can kind of take a look at that and see where we're going to go from there, because I really don't know. This is a big building and there's a lot of experimentation that has to happen, as you have seen with this. A lot of experimentation went into this shape, and it's a great shape. And I really think it's going to be a really cool building when it's done. But we really need to figure out the top and figure out how to best finish it off. So let me get to work, and then I'll be back with hopefully some interesting things to show you. All right, so I finished the 4 areas, actually changed it a bit, made it a bit shorter so that we have about 10 blocks of height to work with for this middle area. I don't really know what to put up there. I'm considering making another octagon, because it is the Octacore. It might as well have an octagon. I don't know. Yeah, currently, I mean, it's night, but that doesn't matter. Not really. Stuff doesn't really spawn here. I'm sure it's fine. If something blows up, doesn't matter. So that's what it's looking like from this angle. And I'm just trying to imagine what exactly is actually going to be going around, what we should do. And I'm kind of thinking I want to have these areas right there. If I had Optifine, I would zoom. Optifine is out. I should get that. Maybe I'll get that in between clips. I don't even know. But I want to have maybe those areas. Let me sleep, actually. So there are sound effects that happen occasionally in Minecraft based on your environment, and because we're in the ocean, there are like the creepy sea anchor things that always happen, sea anchor sound, and it's real creepy. But this is what it's looking like from above. I think it's actually looking pretty cool. I'm glad I went with more of a girthy feel to this. I think it looks pretty dang cool, and it helps make the top a bit more interesting. But what I'm imagining now is having this sort of area here. So like these 2 blocks here go all the way across, and then those 2 blocks there go all the way across, and have a crossing pattern. I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. Because it's I don't know, it's kind of annoying to build. It's annoying to build stuff and then have to take it all the way down, because like this is a ton of stone that's gone into it. Like this doesn't look like a lot of stone, but it's a lot of stone. To give you an idea, I've got this and maybe another half chest, and that's the rest of the stone. And I got 2 shulkers and a full inventory and a full ender chest worth of stone when we were mining. So you go through materials quite a bit. But anyways, what I'm thinking is we'll have this go from this area right here and go all the way across. We need to actually thicken that up because now everything's going to be pretty thick because I think we're going to take these pillars all the way down to the ground as well. It'll just thicken everything up, and then that doesn't actually have to be there, I don't think. I don't know. It's the interior is going to be a whole challenge on its own. I don't really know. So actually, let me go ahead and like make these cross patterns. We might as well, and then we can see if we like them. I may just do like one layered ones so we can kind of see what it looks like. But let's see. Maybe I'll come up with something neat. So let me do something for a little bit, and then I'll come back and hopefully have something somewhat interesting to show you. All right, so I had an idea, and I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I don't know. I've never done anything like this idea, but I've made this sort of plus sign, and what I am thinking is making a circle inside this little square, this interior square, that is probably just a little bit smaller than what this circle will be. Actually, this might be the perfect size circle. I don't know. Whatever the size circle is there, I am going to make it so that it fits there. And then what I'm thinking is it's going to be like, I don't know how to explain this. Also, this building is so big that a level 2 rocket does not let me go to the top, which is cool, but also kind of annoying. So the idea is we've got this plus shape here, and then we'll have a circle on the inside here, and then maybe have like a giant bolt system, essentially, that the creeper farm is hanging from, and that all the cords and stuff plug into up here, and then kind of excuse the air conditioner for one sec. All right, sorry. We have an in the window unit type thing for the room I'm in because we don't have any air conditioning in this room. So it turns on every now and again. So yeah, that's fun. I won't have that in a little bit. So yeah, I don't know how to exactly explain it. But so a bolt system, that's what we were talking about. So a big bolt system, and that's why we need this extra little bit of room. And what I'm thinking I want to do is to have power be visible running through this central portion right here. I really don't know how we're gonna do this, but I think it could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do this. It's going to take some thinking, but we're also starting to get low again on stone. I may have to actually go again and get more stone, which I don't really want to do, but all of that is emptied. This is the rest of what was in here. Then I have maybe another half chest, but you know, it's okay. This episode, we may not finish it today. I don't know. Depends. I may just hold this video until Friday so we get back onto our normal schedule. That could be a thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm struggle bussing on this. I want to get the framework of it laid out so that we can really just demolish it. So here, how about this? I know I've been doing a lot of cuts and stuff, but I really need to think on this. So let me go ahead and do a little bit more thinking on how to handle this. And maybe I'll try laying out a circle to see what it looks like. And then I'll come back with hopefully something that is beneficial to your eyeballs. All right, guys, so we're not going to get all of this done today. Actually, we're just going to get this one side done. I cannot tell you how long it has taken me to come up with this simple design, it's just taken me forever. If you can't tell what it is, we do have Optifine, and yeah. So let me walk you through what this is. So I think it looks pretty cool. It's different. I decided to raise these up. I don't remember what I did in the last clip, so if I'm repeating stuff, I'm sorry. Decided to raise this middle portion up. I think I'm going to put white glass on the center area here. And then made these curves and brought these out and made these areas thicker right here. Added a little bit of detail. Decided to go ahead and add some detail work in just to get an idea of what it's going to look like at the end game of it all. And then this portion right here, honestly, had no idea how to make it interesting, because we can't build up further, and we can't really if in a perfect world, if Minecraft's build height was not 256, which I feel like it should be like 500 or something like that, to the point where you can't see the ground like at all on a render distance of, what are we at? So we're at 12 chunks. I don't want to be able to see. I want the city to be at a point where when you're standing on the very bottom of the blades that are keeping up the houses and stuff, of like what's it called? Those propeller blades. I want those to be at the lowest point and not be able to see what's below me. That would be the perfect world. But we're not in that perfect world, so we can't build up further. So I've been trying to think through how to make this building interesting, while not being able to build up. And so I decided, well, we need to have an interesting shaped building then. So we can't do some of the things I was thinking about. So if we come up here, you can see how it works now. Decided to put in this kind of platform area. Don't know if we're going to have any way to get up here. I don't really think we are. Maybe we'll put some flowers or something. I don't know. But I added in these kind of windows here just to add something here. Originally, I had just one giant window and it kind of felt weird. So I decided to go with more of the, it's almost cathedral-y looking. And I like how it turned out. I think it looks pretty dang good. But as I said, this area over here, this is going to be white glass that leads up to, I'm going to have to get on top, aren't I? Yeah. So it's going to be white glass. I've been doing some work up here as well. It's going to be white glass that leads all the way up to right here. And I still have yet to figure out how I'm going to make this. I think I'm going to actually put a roof on it, of orange, and then have this middle portion be white glass that runs up to here. And then maybe orange glass on this outer ring. And then this inner ring, this is where the stopper is going to be for the farm's holding. Like there's going to be a giant pole that goes all the way down. See, there are so many fish dying. So this is going to be like a giant stopper, and we are at 253, so we can only build up 3 high. So the idea is the stopper bottom layer is going to be about this big, and then it's going to go in by a couple, and then it's going to go in and make the actual kind of point. So that's kind of where we're at. And I've gone ahead and decided to build up these giant windows here, and started adding in support structures for this. Now, I have not gone and added in things in here. This place actually does look, oh gosh, coming in a little hot there. This place is going to start looking pretty cool, especially with all the glass and stuff. It's going to look pretty cool, I think. But that is what one side is going to look like. And then, of course, it's going to be glass all the way up to here. And I actually may do yellow glass. I'm debating between yellow or green. Green could work too. I'm going to probably change lime green's texture, because I think it could look really cool, especially if it matched this texture. I think that could look really cool for the lime green texture being in the center, because I have an idea in our creative world. And so I wanted to maybe, let's just jump over there, because I've got a texture change to show you, just to get an idea. So yeah, I've just been struggling a bit for this build, coming up with this ideas. Now that I have this, I can just knock this out off camera. But I tell you, I did not think this was going to challenge me nearly as much as it has. But there are some builds where you want to take it slow and you want to be able to come up with something that is very, very solid. And if you don't, then your builds can suffer for it, and I didn't want that for this, so I've taken my time, and I'm sorry that we can't see the sweet fullness of this, but next episode I will have this all finished for you so we can take a look at it, and then hopefully we can either finish off something, finish off the top portion or what have you, but then hopefully we can kind of step away from this for a second and start building something else, and then come back to it every now and again. But let's jump over to the creative world so that we can see exactly what in the world we are working with texture changes and why I'm thinking lime green glass. So I'll see you over there. All right, so we're over here, and I figured we should take a look at the textures first. And there it is. So the enchanting table I have actually changed. I changed the color so that the color is purple, and added a little bit of a gold rune in the center, just kind of to add a little bit of flair. Originally, it's just been the regular one, and I thought purple is kind of our thing in this world, and especially for the gypsies, enchanting mystical stuff is always been kind of purple, and so I thought that could be cool. And I changed the book itself. Jeremsy's book was originally white. I kept the overall design. I've changed the color of the book to be brown because I think that just feels more like a book to me. Added a little bookmark, as you can see. And then the book opens, and I made it so the pages are actually golden. And the page itself is a little yellow, and then the gold text is kind of I just think it feels a bit more magical than just regular book text. The under texture, as you can see in the pages, is also yellow, so it looks pretty good, and I am quite happy with how this has turned out. And then even this is something fun. I didn't know this was going to appear like this, but this is what this book looks like. It even has a little bookmark on it, so I think that's very fun. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Hopefully you guys like it as well. But yeah, this is the texture I really worked on. Didn't take too much time. I am also considering making the iron trapdoor no longer being a bar like this. I am debating. I'm really just debating. I'm trying to figure it out. Not really sure, because this is very useful, but having a solid trapdoor is also very useful. So yeah, just debating. But the thing I wanted to show you is I've been thinking through some different mechanical things. And so I made some different gear designs, interlocking gears with the grindstone, and then making a larger gear as well, just to have, I thought could be fun. Not really sure, not necessarily a finished product, but definitely gonna have some various gear mechanics, I think, within the farm. Maybe up above where you can't even really see them, or maybe down below. I'm not really sure, but I want to have some sort of cool mechanical thing. And so it got me to thinking about how are we going to make it look like it's powering something? What's it using for power? And since it's a creeper farm, and we could say it's using the explosions and stuff for power, but maybe what we say is it uses both the explosions and it uses the experience that is gotten from the creepers. And so I started experimenting with how can we simulate power coursing through like pipes. And what I came up with was, I think, my favorite one out of these. I started experimenting like experience is green. How can we do that? And so I added melons into this. We would need a melon farm for this. If we did melons, I don't really know. This is kind of up to you guys which one you like. This is the yellow glazed terracotta. It looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like yellow electricity almost type stuff. This is my favorite, the lime green terracotta. It almost looks like it's got like a little bolt of electricity running through it. I thought that was really cool. It has like electricity and it's got sort of the experience green in it. Thought that was actually a really cool option. And if you have to do a bunch of facing and stuff to get the electricity to run like this, but because normally it looks like this, and this is what it normally looks like. But if you do it properly and you can face the right way, you can get it to kind of all interconnect and kind of weave around. Thought that was kind of cool. It is a hassle, so I don't know, but that's my favorite one. And then we've got slime blocks. We don't have a slime farm, so I don't really think this is very feasible. So I might eliminate this from the equation because we just don't have slime blocks and they'd be a hassle to get. So I would say for me personally, they're between this one and this one. But I also know we're going to need to have some water piping. So this is going to be another pipe that goes around that will be water piping. So it's going to be like a green and a blue pipe system. The water piping is going to be used to quote unquote cool the creeper farm, because it is the Octacore. It's going to be used to cool it down. And I'll explain more about the mechanics of the Octacore, what I'm thinking, because I got to thinking about some internal stuff and how to make it look cooler, more mechanical. So we're going to have some water piping going on as well. I might change this trapdoor to get rid of this little black part. Might change that just because it's not necessary. And then I was thinking of how we could do pipes. This is definitely a work in progress. Just trying to think through how we can do various different pipes. We could use the stripped acacia to do piping like this, and then we could always transition into open pipes if we wanted. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like this. Just thinking of how we can make it look like a piping. I don't know. Something I did think was pretty cool was, I didn't know this, but you can put trapdoors. You can put rails on trapdoors, even if they're open, and it still works. And that's just kind of cool. I didn't really know that, but this is just a kind of simple idea for maybe some quick transportation things around the city of items. So that was a fun idea as well. And yeah, I believe that's it. I don't think, let me look around and make sure I didn't change any textures. So this is interesting. So there's a village over here. When I made this flat world, I forgot to turn off villages. So there's a cat. There's a village over there. You can see it right out there. And all the villagers for some reason have wandered over here, and I don't know what's happening. So that's fun. Yeah, that guy's a nitwit, but I don't understand why. Not really sure. If you're wondering why I am yawning, it's because it's 2 in the morning and I just wanted to finish this recording segment up. So I believe this is all I was going to show you over there. So let's jump back over to our actual world and we'll wrap the video up. So as the sun sets on the day, I am going to have to say goodbye for right now. And hopefully next week I'll be able to get a video out to you on time. Sorry, this one's going to come out a day late. This thing just really, really challenged me. Not a ton of builds really challenge my brain like this one has. There's been a lot of limitations and a lot of thinking that had to be done. And I am happy with the end result. Hopefully you guys are as well. And hopefully by the next episode, I will have all the other sides done and we can just kind of wrap up the top maybe. And then move on to something else. And we can work on some detail stuff later. I have an update for you about the coming, the coming month and a half. Gonna get a little hectic on the channel. And just gotta say sorry in advance for that, but I hopefully will have a plans set in place for you, so you guys continually have videos because I'll be going on vacation and stuff. So just wanted to put that out there right now, and yeah, If you guys like the video, feel free to leave a like in real life. And if you guys are new here, then feel free to subscribe, join the little family we've got going here. And I should change my skin back to my non-crying skin. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.